Now I will explain you third division, peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau. India plate also called as peninsular plateau. India plate also called as peninsular plateau. Peninsula means it is three sides covered with water, one side covered with land. That is called peninsula. East side Bengal is located, west side Arabia Sea is located, south side which sea ocean is located, Indian Ocean is located. This side land area is located. Peninsular plateau comprises old crystalline, hard igneous, metamorphic rocks. Non-metallic metallic minerals we can find peninsular plateau area. Peninsular plateau tilted towards east. Okay, peninsular plateau tilted towards east. That's why the rivers originating in Western Ghats area moving towards east and confluencing at Bay of Bengal. Peninsular plateau edges, western side Western Ghats are located, eastern side Eastern Ghats are located. Southernmost tip of peninsular plateau, Indira Point. Indira Point. Again, these peninsular plateau contains two divisions. One is Central Highlands. Central Highlands. Second one is Deccan Plateau. Central Highlands contains Malwa Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Here Malwa Plateau is located. Here Chota Nagpur Plateau is located. Malwa Plateau is located western part. Chota Nagpur Plateau is located eastern part. Chota Nagpur Plateau contains high mineral resources. High mineral resources. Where Central Highlands are located, south to Indo-Gangetic Plain, north to River Narmada, Central Highlands are located. Central Highlands comprises Malwa Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau located west part, Chota Nagpur located east part. Chota Nagpur Plateau comprises high mineral resources. Next, the portion of peninsular plateau lying south to River Narmada, a triangular landmass is called Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau, a triangular landmass. This is Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau boundaries, north side Satpura ranges are located. Eastern edge is Kaimur ranges, Michael ranges, Mahadev hills are located. Okay, eastern part Eastern Ghats are located, western part Western Ghats are located, south Nilgiris are located. These are the boundaries of Deccan Plateau. Western Ghats. So, Western Ghats located here. Qualities of Western Ghats. These Ghats are continuous Ghats. Western Ghats located parallel to west coast. Western Ghats located parallel to west coast. These Ghats are continuous Ghats. Nearly 1600 kilometers these Ghats stretches. What is the highest peak in Western Ghat? Anaimudi. is the highest peak in Western Ghats. The height of Anaimudi is 2695 meters. Okay. Near Gudalur, Nilgiris joins Western Ghats. In Gudalur, Nilgiris join Western Ghats. Here, the Ghats raised nearly 2000 meters. In Nilgiris, highest peak is Dodabetta. Highest peak in Nilgiris, Dodabetta. Height of Dodabetta 2637 meters. The famous hill station in South India, Udagamandalam, located in Nilgiris area. Udagamandalam also called as Ooty. These Western Ghats are higher than Eastern Ghats. These are the qualities comprises Western Ghats. Continuous Ghats, 1600 kilometers. These Ghats stretched. Anaimudi is the highest peak in South India as well as Western Ghats area. Gudalur, near Gudalur, Nilgiris joins Western Ghats. Here, the Ghats rises nearly 2000 meters. Dodabetta is the highest peak in Nilgiris. The height of Dodabetta is 2637 meters. Udagamandalam located in Nilgiris. Udagamandalam also called as Ooty. Next, Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats are not continuous ranges. The rivers originating in Western Ghats area, River Godavari, River Krishna, passes through these plateau and breaking this area and finally confluence in the Bay of Bengal. That's why this is not continuous Ghats. Okay. Then the height of the hills not exceed 900 meters. The highest peak in Eastern Ghats is Arayakonda. Arayakonda. Arayakonda is located Chintapalli in Visakhapatnam. Okay, Chintapalli and Visakhapatnam. These Eastern Ghats starts from Mahanadi, which is located in Odisha, up to Nilgiris. These Eastern Ghats stretches. Mahanadi to Nilgiris, Eastern Ghats are stretches. These are not continuous range. Okay, Ghats. We can find Palakonda, Velikonda, Seshachalam hills are located in Eastern Ghats area. Tirupati is located in Seshachalam hills area. This is about Eastern Ghats. This is the information regarding the Eastern Ghats. Next is coastal plains. Region is coastal plains. Where coastal plains are located? Very good. Coastal plains are located Peninsular Plateau western side as well as Peninsular Plateau eastern side. Peninsular Plateau western side Arabian Sea is located. Then here Bay of Bengal is located. Adjacent to Arabian Sea, adjacent to Bay of Bengal, here coastal strips are located. This is west coastal plain. This is east coastal plain. This is west coastal plain. This is east coastal plain. Then west coastal plain starts from Ran of Kutch, ends in Kanyakumari. Ran of Kutch located in Gujarat, Kanyakumari located in Tamil Nadu. Then eastern coastal plains starts from Mahanadi to ends in Kaveri Delta. Western coastal plains are narrower than eastern coastal plains. West coastal plains are narrower than east coastal plains. Again, west coastal plains are divided into three parts. Number one is Konkan coast, Canara coast, third one Malabar coast. West coastal plains divided into three parts: Konkan coast, then Canara coast, then Malabar coast. Konkan coast starts from Maharashtra and ends in Goa. That means these plains are located Maharashtra and Goa. Canara coast. Canara coast plains are located in Karnataka. Malabar coast. Malabar coast plains are located in Kerala. Okay. Then east coastal plains. East coastal plains also divided into three parts. Number one, east coastal plains divided into four parts. Bengal coast, this is also called as Vanga coast. Here Bengal coast is located. Then Sarkar coast located in Andhra Pradesh. Then Utkal coast located in Odisha. Then Coromandel coast located in Tamil Nadu. Okay, what is the great variety of features we can find in coastal plains area? Like Indo-Gangetic plains, these coastal plains are containing fertile lands. These coastal plains are containing fertile lands. Very good. We can find rich variety of fish resources. That means seafood resources are available in this area. Most of the people living in these areas relying on agriculture. That means agriculture practices are following in this area. Such a way, coastal plains are located. Next one, desert. Which desert is located in India? Very good. Here, Thar desert is located. Thar desert is located leeward side of Aravalli. Leeward side of Aravalli. That means Aravalli mountains are located here. That's why front of Aravalli area receiving rainfall, back side of Aravalli area not receiving proper rainfall. That means rainfall is very low. Then we can find arid culture, arid climate. Sorry, you can find which kind of climate here? Arid climate. We can find undulating sandy crops. And rocky outcrops here. Undulating sandy crops means if you go desert area, then sand appearing like this. This is undulating sandy crops. Very little rainfall receiving here. Yearly rainfall 100 to 150 millimeters rainfall registering in this area where Thar desert area. Only one canal running from Rajasthan area, that is largest canal in India, that is nothing but Indira Gandhi canal. Indira Gandhi canal, okay, starts from here running through Rajasthan. How many kilometers this river is spread, canal is spread at 650 kilometers. Okay, these are the features of desert. Next one, islands. Next one, islands. Which islands are located in India? Very good. Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. Where Andaman Nicobar Islands are located? Very good. Bay of Bengal region, Andaman Nicobar Islands are located. Then where Lakshadweep Islands are located? Very good. Arabian Sea area, Lakshadweep Islands are located. I will show you. Last, islands. Two groups of islands we can find here. This is Andaman Nicobar Islands. This is Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands are volcanic origin. Andaman Nicobar Islands are volcanic origin. We can find Barin Narkondam. Barin here. These volcanoes we can find Andaman Nicobar Islands. In Andaman Nicobar Islands, southernmost tip of India is located. That is nothing but Indira Point. Southernmost tip of India, Indira Point. Southernmost tip of Peninsular Plateau, Kanyakumari. Remember this one. Okay. Barin Narkondam located here. Here, this is volcanic origin. Okay. Then Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands starts from Myanmar mountain Arakanyoma, which is located in Myanmar. Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands are located where? Very good. Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep Islands are located. We can find flora and fauna. Okay. We can find flora and fauna in Lakshadweep Islands. Coral reefs we can find here. Underwater structures made by calcium carbonate, that is called coral reef. This is the great variety of Lakshadweep Islands. Many visitors, travelers are going and visiting Lakshadweep Islands as well as these Andaman Nicobar Islands. 32 square kilometers these islands stretched. Which island? Lakshadweep Island is stretched. Such a way, such kind of features contains Lakshadweep Islands. I will ask one general bit now. That is, how many states are located in India? How many union territories are located in India? Very good. 28 states, 8 union territories. I will give the final touch. That means conclusion I will give. Up to now we discussed about 6 relief divisions of India. Okay. How many states and union territories are located in India? Just now we discussed about islands, Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. These Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands are called as union territories. 28 states, then 8 union territories we have at present. This is the current data. Recently, 2019, one new state formed, that is Ladakh. Ladakh capital Leh. Jammu and Kashmir, summer capital Srinagar, winter capital Jammu. Total how many states? 28 states, 8 union territories. Earlier we have 9 union territories: Chandigarh, Delhi, Pondicherry, Puducherry, now it is calling Dadra Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar Islands, Daman and Diu. Now Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu considered as a single union territory. Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. It is comes under the purview of Maharashtra. Okay. Then conclusion now I will give. Up to now, which divisions we discussed in India, we have Himalayas are located north part, west, eastern side, 2004 kilometers. This Himalayas region, Indo-Gangetic plains are located. Then this is peninsular plateau. Here some rivers are originating. River Godavari, River Krishna, Krishna originating in peninsular region. Here Himalayan rivers are originating, Sindhu river. Okay, then Himalayan rivers are perennial in future. Okay, then these peninsular rivers are totally dependent on rains. In summer these rivers will dry up. Then different landforms located in India, different rivers are flowing, different mountain ranges located in India, different valleys are located. Such a way, great variety up to now we found in India. Coastal plains are located. Coastal plains very favorable for agriculture. Indo-Gangetic plains favorable for agriculture. Then here eastern part, some states are located. Eastern states, 7 sisters are located. Okay, here we can see forest area, hilly area, terrain area. Then such a feature here, Thar desert is located. This is one kind of feature. Here longest river is flowing. Aravalli mountains are located here. Vindhya, Satpura ranges are located here. Narmada, Tapati flowing here. Such a variety we can found in India. This is the conclusion of India relief feature. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.